tell me, what have you heard?
Listen, we're tapping out the words.
Well.
What's the news across the nation? We have got the information. In a way, we hope it'll amuse you. We just know the kids who are you. Da-da-dee-da, ladies and gents, now they look second news. We're there.
And now, with the news of the present, here's the man to whom the news wouldn't be the news without the news. Here's Drinky.
Good evening. The Council of American Indians today gifted Secretary of the Interior Walter Hickel with a genuine Apache arrowhead and shaft, saying it was high time they returned the government's favor. The Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Midgets will hold its annual convention next week in New York at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in the lobby, under the coffee table. Burbank, California. The world's youngest exotic dancer, 7-year-old Twinkles Finkel, was arrested last night at the Boom Boom Club. Denying charges of indecent exposure, Twinkles Finkel's mother angrily declared everything would have been all right if the kid hadn't lost her training pasties. No. Take it away, Goldie.
And now with the news that's going to happen 20 years from now. Here's the news, future news, with our man of the future, Dan Rowan.
Gee, that was very well done, Goldie. You're getting better every week.
And if you think that was something, wait till you hear me read the news of the future.
No, Goldie. I read the news of the future.
Boy, for such a big star, you sure are pushy.
Washington, yes, I'll try and tone it down a little, Goldie. Washington, D.C. Pushy. Here's a pushy news item from Washington, D.C., 1989. Senator Sonny Boy Muskie IV introduced a bill to lower the voting age to 6. He said, and I quote, "If 6-year-olds are fighting for the South Vietnamese and Saigon themes, they certainly should be allowed to vote." Pushy. Burbank, 1989, 20 years from now. Burbank rocket experts today shattered their previous altitude record of 800 feet with a new record of 805 feet. Burbank Space Administration spokesman said the new record is due to the addition of a 5-foot nose cone. Washington, D.C., 20 years from now, negotiation of secret agreements came under pushy. All right, from now on. Negotiation of secret agreements came under fire today when it was revealed that 2 government agencies, working independently of each other under top secret conditions, had placed the United States in the embarrassing position of having agreed to invade itself.
Now the Laugh-In News goes bumbling through the pages of history of the laboratory of Samuel F.B. Morse, the father of the telegraph. And believe me, folks, I hope his other kids were better looking because that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Good morning, Mrs. Staple.
Good morning, Samuel. What's that?
Oh, just something I whipped up in the lab, but I can't seem to find any use for it.
Let's see. Wait a minute. I think I've got something here. Watch this.
I think you've got something there, Mrs. Staple. We'll name it after you. We'll call it the Henrietta.
But my name is Judy.
Yes, but what kind of name is Judy for a stapler?
Want to know what's buzzing on the Hollywood scene? Just listen to our buzzing cousin Ruth Buzzi with all the scoops.
Why is my news release always late getting here?
I got it, Ruth. I got it. As an anniversary present, Steve McQueen's wife presented him with a thoroughbred beagle and a purebred basset who follows him wherever he goes.
Oh, you honey. I have it on reliable authority that Steve McQueen is being hounded all over town by a couple of real dogs.
minute, lovers. Pam Rogers, your man in Washington, with some hot tips about your local government in action, if you know what I mean. Today, there was supposed to be a big caucus, but all the guys got hung up in some dumb meeting. Anyway, I'll get the lowdown if it takes me all night long. That's a wrap, sweeties. Oh, good night, Nancy Dickerson, wherever you are.
Since this is the week that we celebrate the discovery of America by Columbus, Dick and I wondered what it might have been like if his trip had received the same kind of TV coverage as our recent moon landing.
Hello, hello. Network control. We are trying to make contact again with Christopher Columbus out there. Wait a minute, we're getting a picture. Come in, Columbus. Over.
Columbus right here. Incidentally, we've been doing a very wonderful experiment you might be interested in. You'll note, when I invert this dipper of ordinary drinking water, it falls vertically downward. After doing this experiment for the last 3 months, we've noticed a very interesting phenomenon.
Oh, yes? And what's that?
We're rapidly running out of drinking water.
Just a minute, I've received word that Columbus has touched down. And he's about to land. Columbus, yes, he has landed. He has set foot on the New World.
Wowee! That's a big step for a small man.
Columbus, do you see any signs of life?
Yes, I think I see an Indian, Chief. I think I'll go over and have a talk with this young man.
What a momentous occasion. We are about to hear the first words spoken by a native of the New World.
Many moons. I've traveled over wide water to discover new world.
Yeah, welcome, baby. Just in time for Columbus Day.
Well, what do you think?
Okay, sports fans, this one's for you. It's the man who made a ball out of baseball, the man who put the la in lacrosse, and this chorus girl's best friend, roomie, you know, all that stuff. It's the sportiest sport of all the sports, my own adorable Big Al. It's all yours, Big Al. Okay.
Your place. Hi! Big Al here, huddling in the old dugout.
Nah, your place, okay, sweetie? Right.
They don't call me Tinkle Toes for nothing. You want to hold my tinkle till later? Well, You know how I love that. Well, I just finished covering the National Skydiving Championship, and I must say that from going from 1,000 feet to the ground in a chute is a big letdown. I mean, the winner, the guy who waited the longest to open his chute, was presented with a gorgeous loving cup, which his teammates used to carry him home in. Slosh, slosh, his cup runneth over. Well, the only ripcord I'll ever pull is the one that drops my jammies. Ta-ta.